All right, welcome back to Eagles and Birdies Meet the Designer, episode 7, and we have the Golf Boy with us. So, the Golf Boy, hey, appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, sure.
So, let's get started, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? So, if you can, what's your first name, and then how did you come up with the handle, the Golf Boy?
So my first name is Jason, and at age 11, I started my own golf apparel company, where I design golf apparel, like draw golf apparel. So,
Okay,
and I came up with the Golf Boy,
okay.
and then so I also do some children's books, which those. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So,
So the
go ahead.
so those I draw. So yeah. Uh, children's book.
You can tell them about all
Do I have one?
Oh, yeah.
Are they about golf?
Some of them. So I have Around the Golf with Dad, ABC Book of Golf, and then we're in Maine, so I did an ABC Book of Maine.
Awesome. Awesome. So are those so I think you're going to show us one. So are those published anywhere
Uh,
where somebody can buy them?
they're self-published on Amazon.
Okay. So people can go out to Amazon and ABCs of Maine.
ABC Book of Maine,
Okay.
Around the Golf with Dad, and ABC Book of Golf.
Awesome. And
So
is the author titled The Golf Boy?
Jason Thurston, because that's so.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So we can go out to Amazon and search author Jason Thurston and we'll find him.
I think either that or if you do like golf children's books
Okay.
because they come up pretty. There's not a ton of golf children's books, so like I drew them all with my iPad. So like this is the ABC Book of Golf one,
Nice. Nice.
and then
So you
ABC.
started that when you were 11, you said?
I did the golf apparel when I was 11. I did these last year,
Okay.
and so I drew all these.
Awesome. Okay. So, okay, ABC of sports. So you've been doing golf apparel and writing books. How did you get into golf course design then?
Well, I really love golf, been playing since I was 5,
Okay.
and then we built a simulator, and we built like an edition with the simulator, and then we found GS Pro,
Okay.
and then I was really determined to build my home course. So
Got it. So what's your home course?
Northport Golf Club in Maine is
Okay.
like a small course. So before I was running like E6 on an iPad, and then I got a computer, which we got GS Pro, and then I found that you could design courses, and I was like, wow, this is really cool.
So when you found GS Pro and you came to mom and dad and said, "Hey, I need a gaming laptop and I want to design a course," what did they say?
Well, I got the gaming laptop before, so I got it like
Okay.
in the winter, and then I really wanted E6 because that was like the big popular software, and then I found GS Pro, and I was like, this is a lot better than paying $600 a year for 100 courses. You can build your own,
Right.
and the graphics are great. And they were like, sure, you can try, but it looks pretty complex. And even before, like, I couldn't even find the files. So
Okay.
I watched like all the videos probably like 10, 10, 10 times before I actually really like got in the flow of it. And then eventually I just started.
Okay. Okay. So how many courses do you have published now on GS Pro, and then how many do you have separate on your Patreon?
I think I have around like 18 or 20 on GS Pro,
Okay.
and I have a couple on my Patreon. It's pretty new, so I haven't fully built up the portfolio on my Patreon, but
Okay.
it's growing. I think I probably have like 4 or 5, maybe 6. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. And I think recently you gave back on your Patreon monthly subscriptions to a charity, right? You want to talk a little bit about that?
So yeah, I think for the month of January, I donated all the new subscribers to Children's Miracle Network
Okay.
because I thought it's a really good cause. And I was actually born at 28 weeks and I was in the NICU for 79 days.
Okay.
So,
Nice. Yeah, I think golf's all about kind of the giving back, and so applaud you for being a leader at such a young age and contributing back to an organization that's near and dear to your heart. So
mhm.
let's go back a little bit. You've been playing golf since you were 5. So
Yeah.
so what do you shoot, or what's your handicap?
I don't have a handicap yet just because I haven't really I just never really paid attention to it, but we don't do like full 9-hole rounds just because it's usually like it's a bit quicker, and then I usually practice because we're a member there, so I can like
Okay.
practice on. But I think my best on 4 holes was probably like 2 over from
Okay.
the back tees. It's not a crazy hard course, but
Okay.
it's
So you're making birdies and eagles, or eagles and birdies, like the channel's name, or lots of pars,
eh,
a
not
couple bogeys.
not quite pars, bogeys, maybe a few doubles depending on if there's any blow up holes.
Okay. So who do you golf with? Your mom, your dad, brothers, sisters, friends?
Uh, I usually so it's funny because my parents don't actually know how I really got into golf because they don't play golf. My dad's like he's we actually played a course Sugarloaf. I have it on GS Pro, and he lost so many balls that he had to quit because we didn't pack enough.
That's a funny
So he
story.
so he quit on like the 11th or 12th hole and then picked it up later in the round when we found a bunch of balls in the river.
That's a funny story. So what you're telling me is he doesn't do the old Eagles and Birdies one ball challenge. I like to go out with one ball and see if I can get around 18 holes with it. He'd be done in about one hole.
No, not even. I think he would hit his first tee shot in the woods.
So he's one shot and he'd be done. That's funny. So how often do you get to go?
It I think usually a couple times a week. It's like literally been raining here for the past like I don't even know week, so it's
Okay.
kind of cold and rainy, but a couple times a week usually,
And how often do you play in the sim?
pretty much every day.
Every day?
Yeah, I'm homeschooled, so it's like my PE class, so I go down there for like half an hour and play one of the tournaments or something.
Oh, nice. So are you on SGT? Do you play
Yeah,
SGT tournaments?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, what are your top 3 favorite courses in GS Pro that aren't yours?
Uh, I don't. That's really hard. There's so many that constantly like flow in.
So name one that you've recently liked the most or you've played a lot.
Uh, the Banjo Oaks by the Great Bangini. That
Okay.
course is nice. That's auto putt, but I thought it was really nice with like the fall colors.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. So, when you're not building golf courses or writing books, or making apparel, um, what else do you do? I see there's a keyboard behind you. Are you a music person?
I know the piano pretty well. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's like I'm a master at it, but
Okay.
I I play it, so that's and I usually like to draw. I have like 50 sketchbooks of golf courses. That's actually probably where some of the golf course designs really like because I draw like I have 50 sketchbooks just filled of golf courses I drew.
Like fantasy courses?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what kind of music do you listen to?
All sorts, anything from like 90s
90s.
'90s.
You're so young. How do you know about 90s music?
I don't know, we just
All right, I'm just giving you a
turned it
hard
on,
time.
and then we started listening to it, and so like '90s like soft rock, like alternative, like the Dave Matthews, Counting Crows,
Yeah, okay.
and then some newer stuff like Lewis Capaldi. He's some Scottish singer. He writes really awesome songs.
Okay.
Taylor Taylor Swift because she writes some pretty nice songs too.
Okay. Okay.
So kind of like artists and then like '90s.
Okay. What about on the screen? Do you watch any TV or any favorite shows?
Uh, lots of golf and basketball.
Okay. Okay. So who are you going for in the NBA finals?
I don't know. It's kind of the Celtics really were disappointing.
Okay.
I'm very disappointed in them, truthfully.
Okay. Okay.
But I think the Miami Heat would be cool because it would be the first 8 seed to ever win a championship. So that
Nice.
would be
Nice. Um, so lots of golf on TV.
yeah,
Yeah, same at my house. I think the Golf Channel logo's burned into the TVs around my house.
yeah,
Um, you've got a couple fantasy courses. You mentioned you've had some sketching of those, and then you bring them to real life in GS Pro. One that I can think of is the Dinosaur One, or what I don't know what it's called, but how did that come up? Like, what were you thinking when you're like, I'm going to build a dinosaur course?
So I was like, okay, I've done the Candyland. That's Candy Country Club. What would be another cool like kid course that's like no one has ever seen before? And I was like, there's some really cool jungle assets, some really awesome dinosaur ones. Might as well just throw those on a course, make it really like volcanic mountains and
Okay,
jungle trees and like just really make it feel like you're like back in the jungle when the dinosaurs were around. So
nice.
dinosaur sounds included.
Nice. So yeah, you mentioned the Candy Country Club, Quick Kid Course, the Dinosaur One. You got anything you're working on that nobody's seen yet, or we should be looking forward to?
I don't have any like that I have some ideas for some like cool desert ones and some cool ones based off of movies,
Okay.
old famous movies. So
Okay.
maybe a cool diner one where you hid in a diner, like cool stuff like that. So
Nice. Nice. Um, so you started this pretty young. I'm old, and I'm like, there's no way I could figure out how to do this. And I think all everybody I've talked to so far, is like, well, you just got to try it and breaks things and you'll figure it out. So if you were going to
yeah,
give somebody one piece of advice that is watching that's never built a course before, what would it be?
Really try. Don't give up. Watch the tutorials sometimes more than once for sure, because those are awesome. And
Okay.
ask questions, because for the couple courses I didn't even ask questions. I didn't even publish them to GS Bro, but once I started asking questions, it was much easier to. I kind of just at the start I kind of just like watched the videos and just lurked to see what problems people had and what they did to fix it. But after I started asking questions, it really made it a lot easier.
Awesome. So, I know your mom and dad are supportive of you doing this and helping you. What would you say is the biggest thing that they've done to encourage you to keep going and building these courses?
I don't know, say that when something gets hard, don't really give up, because it can get very discouraging if you keep having keep having an issue for sure, because it's just really difficult. So
Yeah,
they just try to give the support, so I like try it again.
right, right. Okay. Um, back to kind of the uh quick questions for you to get to know the designer a little bit more. What's your favorite food?
I really like Mexican, Italian.
Okay, okay,
Italian food is pretty delicious.
okay. What kind of clubs do you play?
I have a Sim 2 driver, Sim 2 3, where I have a set of like Mizuno irons. Like they're kind of like in the middle. They aren't super forgiving, but they aren't blades. And then have some Callaway wedges and an Odyssey putter.
Okay. Ball of choice?
I like the TP5 Pro V1. That's just like, but I think I just really like TaylorMade just because they make nice things.
Okay. If I said I could have any golfer join this meeting right now for you to meet and talk to, who would it be?
John Rahm.
John Rahm? Why?
Yeah. I don't. I think we just started rooting for him in the U.S. Open a couple of years ago, and then we just got stuck on him. And now is whenever golf is on TV, we're always like glued when he hits a shot.
Okay. Good. Anything else you want to share with the folks watching the show that we should get to know about Jason, the golf boy?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much about it.
I heard a dog. You've got a dog?
A dog and two cats.
Okay. They get along?
Yeah, the one of our cats always likes to chase the other one just because he's a rambunctious cat. The
Okay.
dog, we have a lab pit bull, and she's very, very spoiled.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Very.
Well, hey, I definitely appreciate you taking time out of your, probably school day. Or you're done now and you can go hit balls down in the basement or the wherever your simulator is. Um, and give us a little peek here behind the scenes of the golf boy and what your story is. I think go check out those books on Amazon. That's pretty cool. And definitely we'll be looking forward to, the fantasy courses that you're sketching and dreaming up. So wanted to thank you for being a guest on Meet the Designers. And we will, be back Sundays, 8 a.m. We've got a couple other designers teed up to keep this season going. So keep watching, like and subscribe. Again, Jason, Golf Boy, appreciate the time, bud. And we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.